Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. So I've decided to join the Art Journal Prompts Facebook group, and their first prompt for week 1 is to pick a word for the year. So I guess there's a few projects that I'm doing where I'm actually kind of picking words, but that's okay. I think I'm choosing words that resonate with me in different ways. So I picked up a new notebook journal from the Tiger store yesterday, and it was only £2, and I thought I would use this for the art journal prompts. However, as I go on, I discover that it's not really suited for a lot of wet media, so I'll need to think about what I'm going to do next. But I started by just putting on a light coat of clear gesso. And now I'm sticking down some pieces of music sheets that I received from Patricia Stubbs in Happy Mail. And I'm just going to put these down with some gel medium. So the pages in this book aren't terribly thick, and it's not so much the pages themselves that don't stand up to the wet medium as the way that they're glued into the book. So I will either remove the pages and then stick them down into another journal, or what I might do is use some painter's tape to actually stick the pages in place. So now just using some washi tape that calls to me. As is the case when I often sit down to do art, I don't sit down with any particular plan in mind. I just see where things take me. And there were lots of words going through my mind, but I think by this point I'd kind of settled on the one that I wanted to use. So just putting some gel medium over the washi tape, again just to try and secure that. So this was a fairly inexpensive set of watercolours from, I think it was Artist Loft, but they're kind of iridescent. I wanted to use them really quite thin, so I wasn't looking for anything too vibrant here, although in the palette they look very vibrant. But of course I'm not using them on watercolour paper, which also tends to mute them a bit. But as I was starting to do this, I was starting to think about some of the old alfrescos that you sometimes see. I've seen them especially in kind of Mediterranean countries, and that came to mind, just where you see pieces of plaster kind of coming off the walls, and you see the kind of muted colours underneath, probably of pieces that were once very bright and vibrant. So in a sense, I was just trying to recreate something like that in this page. So at this point, some of the paints are starting to pool a little bit in the centre there, and I think that's what did for the glue. It just weakened the pages there. But it's not a problem. I will fix it somehow. So just dabbing up the excess with a piece of kitchen towel and giving it a quick dry. So I then decided to take some white gesso, and I'm just going to apply this in different places across the page. And this gives it a nice kind of chalky feel, and again just trying to recreate that alfresco feel. And it also helps to blend in the various pieces that I've stuck down onto the page. So as I say, I'm going to try and do all the prompts for this group. One a week is quite a lot to do when doing other projects as well, but it seems such a fun group that, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Okay, and another quick dry at that stage, and I'm then taking one of my favourite stamps and a gold ink pad. Now, I have a bad habit of not cleaning the stamps off, and you'll see that when I actually put that down, there's more of a kind of green colour coming off. And it's okay, it actually fits in quite well with the page. But some of it has actually transferred onto my gold pad. But again, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I do try and look after my materials, but you know, there's some things I just don't worry about. So I'm now just going to stamp my word onto the page, and all I did there was to pull the letters from my stamp set, and I've actually put some elastic bands to hold them in place so I can stamp it in one go. And there it is, Harmony. So this pen is getting quite dry on this side. I wanted to put in just a sketchy border, but I was quite happy to use this one because I didn't want the border to be too stand out in terms of the rest of the page. So the fact that the pen was starting to run out just gave the sort of feel that I was looking for. So I hope you've enjoyed this page, and hopefully I'll be back next week to do week 2 of the art journal prompts, and also other videos going up meantime. So thanks very much for joining me. Bye for now.